Hello and welcome back to the channel where we discuss all things related to business growth. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel as it will help you get timely information that I put out on a regular basis. And without further ado, let's talk about what not to do if you're starting or in the beginning stages of your business. The reason I'm making this video and I'm so excited to be doing it today is because lately for some reason, I have met a lot of new entrepreneurs in the events that I go to, the workshops or the networking events that I go to. And I found myself having the same conversations with them. And I thought I'd just put everything on a video because it did bring me back to the time when I started my business in 2016. And I know it can be a lonely place and it can also be a confusing place where you just don't know what to do when you get started. And there's so many messages that are being thrown at you and you don't know what to do to grow your business and to be successful and to get the confidence to do that. So that's the goal of today's video, is to put all of that together in one video. And this is a good video whether you're just starting your business, whether you're thinking about starting your business and kind of taking the plunge, or even if you've been in business for a few months but can't figure out like where to go or what you're doing. And even if you have a side hustle that you want to make into a business, this could be a good video for you. So let's get started. I'm going to share basically everything that I would do differently if I had to start my journey, my business journey all over again, because I made a lot of mistakes. And while I am grateful for the mistakes and the learnings, because I truly am, I think they were part of my own learning journey and they made me a completely different person. I do think that there are some practical things that I could have avoided if I knew then what I know today. So the first thing is get help. When you're starting, sometimes there's this perception that you can do everything on your own. And to be honest with you, my ego was so big back then. I was like, I was a chief marketing officer. I'm coming from corporate. I know everything. I know I can do this. I can figure it out myself. And I tried to do that. And what I did was end up getting stuck for a couple of years. So, what I would suggest is find somebody that resonates with you, that you can either follow, or working with a coach is really useful, which is something that I also did from the start. And sort of the price of my coaches started growing as I started growing my business because I think that tends to happen. But get a coach, like no matter what you do, just get somebody who's guiding you in that process because it'll save you so much time and money along the way. So get help, but make sure it's the right person because I know it can be very confusing. And this is one of the things that I would tell my younger self. Listen to your intuition more because I think I picked people because they look shiny or successful or that type of thing. And at the end of the day, they didn't really bring me the results that I wanted. But the people that I did work with were the people that I resonated with. And one of the things that you can think about is, do I want to build a business like this person's type of business? Or do I want to show up like this person? And if you do, then definitely that will be the right person to help you get to that point. So that's number one, listen to your intuition and get some help in whatever shape or form you can afford. My second recommendation would be not to waste money on expensive marketing tactics at the start. So I did spend I guess I learned some lessons, quite a bit of money at the start when I didn't have all of the fundamentals of business nailed down, like the positioning, like who do you work with, like your target, like all of those different things. Even though I came from marketing, I had so much ego that I didn't even do that in my own marketing journey when I started. So don't invest on a website, on trade shows, on LinkedIn advertising. Don't spend a lot of money before you nail down who your ideal client is and what it is that you want to do. And you might need to do a bit of experimentation. And I don't think I have enough time in this video to explain to you sort of the depth of what that means, but you need to get your basics in place. So you need to get the basics for your business in place. And if you don't come from a business background, then you won't know what you need to get in place. So don't spend a lot of money until you're sure and have worked with one or two clients that you really, really love and that you think this is what you want to focus on. Number three, pick a niche. So focus on something. And I know that there is this tendency to feel a bit insecure, like I want to be all things to all people, especially coaches, because I see lots of coaches as well. I want to be all things to all people because if not, I'm missing out. Just basically your fear of missing out. And to tell you the truth, that was the biggest mistake that I made. That was my one biggest mistake that I did as a new entrepreneur was and I lost my train of thought. Isn't that great? Yes, was not niching at the start. So not really engaging with somebody who could help me in the niche. And I only did this way later in my journey, but it would have saved me so much money because I had to reposition everything around sort of my favorite client. So that's another thing. And don't be afraid. And then there's lots of people who say you should do it, and there's lots of people who say you shouldn't do it. I just take a logical approach to it. If you have a limited amount of time and a limited amount of money, wouldn't you want to throw it in the basket that you think is going to work best to start with? So pick the one or two kinds of clients that you love to work with. And if you don't have them yet, go and experiment. Go out and get some clients first, because that's what I did. And then what I did was base my whole persona and everything on my favorite clients because I really love working with that company. And that worked perfectly because then I was able to get more clients along the same sort of vein, the same type of client, which was amazing. Another tip is charge for your services. Please do not do anything for free. I just attended an amazing sales workshop, which I will be talking about hopefully in another video. But one of the things that people take for granted is the word free. So I learned this really early in my career and in my business. Basically, if you offer anything for free, it devalues what you're offering, and your time, your advice, and your money is really, really valuable. So don't offer things for free. And I used to charge. So when I started coaching, I used to charge when I was first getting certified. So this was a long time ago. I used to charge £15 per session. And for me, that was like a huge thing. Obviously, you have to adjust your money mindset as you go, and my fees are significantly higher now, but that's kind of different. But just don't do it for free. If you start, just don't do it for free. Charge £2, charge £5, whatever you charge. It's not the amount that matters. That people will be more committed to working with you or the process if you charge them a little something, because psychologically that gives them more commitment. So that would be another thing that I would do differently if I had to start my own journey. And then the last thing is, I would really not be too hard on myself. I suffer from a lot of stress and anxiety until I recover from stress and anxiety, which is a whole different story, because I wasn't hitting the numbers that I wanted to hit. I wanted to make six figures right off the bat. Like, I'm a really ambitious person. I'm also very kind and I act with integrity, but I wanted to have like a six-figure year, like my first year. And don't get me wrong, I didn't do badly. I think I did better than most entrepreneurs would, but I wanted to replace my salary as a CMO in my first year. And if I had just given myself more compassion and gentleness and kindness, I think I might have gotten there faster. So just be patient with yourself. You are going to make mistakes. Even if you watch this video, even if you work with a coach, even if you work with me, you would still make mistakes, and that's okay, because failure and mistakes are part of the learning journey. They definitely made me who I am, and I couldn't be this person that I am today and speak to you the way I'm speaking to you if I hadn't gone through that journey. It made me the version of myself that I am today. So in that sense, I wouldn't change it, but in a practical sense, I think I kind of would. And my last piece of advice would be, is something that I work with on my programs, like, well, with my clients basically. So I don't want to give too much away, but it's really becoming that person that you want to become before you start going out to your goal. Because most of the time we're failing at something, or we're not growing our business, or we're starting, is the mindset that is holding you back 99% of the time. And then 1% of the time it is the strategies. It's really hard because I have so many beautiful and terrible things that have happened in this journey. Not terrible, but learnings that I had in this journey, and I wish I had kind of more time to share them. But basically, if you're starting in your business, my message is, be kind to yourself, seek help. Mistakes are normal. Basically, you're failing your way to success, and that's going to be the rest of your entrepreneurial journey. And upgrade the version of yourself that you are to the version of yourself who has the stuff that you want to have. So that's a huge mindset change that will make all the difference. Finally, if you haven't yet subscribed, but you did find this information valuable, please subscribe to the channel. I try to do regular videos and put out all of my knowledge to be able to share it with you. And then finally, if you are interested in working with me, if you are a new entrepreneur and you're interested in working with me or you want to have a chat, I will put a link to how you can book a call with me somewhere, or you can send me an email somewhere down wherever you will find this video. Thank you, and I will see you on the next video.